loud when they're running the machines. So
I introduced Zelijlco, but I think you can see it on his name tag.
yeah, it's just like it's spelled, easy to see.
Very phonetic, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, how many of you guys are familiar with Spindles? Probably not a lot of people are. Some people are. Okay, what I'd like to start with is, since we're over in this area, you can see like back here on the surface grinder, the unit sticking out the back, that's a spindle motor. In the front, you can see there's a grinding wheel attached to it. And usually spindles are the working end of a machine. You know, if you're doing some type of machining, grinding, sawing, whatever, you're going to have a spindle on your machine. You can see in the background there, Gary is running a jig grinder, and the rotating part of the unit is the spindle there. So as you can imagine, those things, since they are the working end of the machine, they'll wear out over time, especially in high production situations. And you're not going to throw away the whole machine. You're usually going to either get it refurbished or buy a new spindle. So that's where we come in. We can repair these. We can make them as good or better than new in some cases. So what I'm going to do, you guys have probably gone through a lot of the shop already then? Okay. I'm going to tell you about this back wall of the building here. There's 3 rooms back here. And we'll start with this first one. You guys can look through the window there too. There's 2 different areas here. But what we got back here is a Class 10,000 clean room area for the facility. And it's a climate controlled area. We're regulating temperature as well as humidity. Humidity, we don't want things to be too dry in there. We're working with sensitive electronics. A lot of these have sensors and that on them. So we don't want it too dry to cause static. On the other hand, we don't want it too humid in there also, because things will start rusting and it's not a good situation. What we also have in there, air quality in that room is controlled, so we don't want large particle count in the room. We're putting together precision bearings. Everything needs to be as clean as possible. And I mean, it doesn't have to go to the level, you understand, clean room. I was just out at a customer who has a Class 2000, and that's where you have to suit up, you have to have the hats on, that kind of thing. But here, it's not to that level, but you do want to keep it as clean as possible inside the room. And what we're doing within there is, this area is our inspection and assembly area of the facility for the spindles. So you guys were down in the teardown area where they took the spindles apart, they cleaned everything, polished it, put it in pans. These pans would come in here now, and the inspection team would look at every component of that spindle. So they're going to evaluate the housing, the shaft, and the other component. And this is where they'd make the call, is the shaft good? Everything's good? Or can we repair it? Can it be repaired if something's wrong? Do we need to replace it? You'll see, or you may have already seen, we have complete manufacturing capabilities if that happens. So they'll make the call in the repair of what's actually going to happen. What parts are being replaced, what parts are being repaired, and what parts are good. So, and what we've got within the process, we've got large investment in gauging. And I'll show you down here. I'll have to shut down my microphone so it doesn't squeal. But we'll go down here and I'll show you an example of a gauge.